Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwashindara Layemi and it's so good to have you back. On this channel I talk about faith, career, relationships, lifestyle and every other good stuff. So if this is your first time, thank you. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for watching all my videos. If this is your first time, kindly watch my videos. Kindly go down and you can binge watch. And also please do not forget to subscribe, share the video with someone, comment, engage my content. Let me know the kind of videos you expect of me and I'll be more than willing to film them. So today I'm going to be talking about something that I think you'll really be interested in. I'm not sure. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of working in a startup and a multinational. So for someone who has experience in both companies, I've worked in a startup before. I've worked in like different startups and then I'm presently working in multinational. So I think I have like a little experience in both organizations. I'd like to tell you the pros and cons. If you think that it's something you've really been interested in, sit down and watch. What are the merits of working in a multinational company? The first one is career opportunity. You find that the little things you are doing, like now I was saying that in a startup you're an HR generalist. I'll use HR because I'm in the HR space. You're an HR generalist and you find that you're doing the work of a comp and pen executive, you're doing the work of a recruiter, talent acquisition executive, you're doing the work of learning and development manager, you're doing the work of employee relations, you're doing the work of payroll manager and all of that. You're doing all those things as admin manager. But in a multinational, these roles are divided. In fact, as a matter of fact, you can have talent acquisition specialists, Nigeria, talent acquisition specialists, Francophone countries, talent as in just one role, like 4 people doing exactly different things, and that's why the career opportunities are wider. So it's not like, oh, they're recruiting for talent specialists, just one person. Like they're looking for talent, reason like 6 people and they're doing different things. Do you understand? So that's one thing about multinationals. There are more career opportunities, and even if it's the same thing people are going to be doing, because it's a wider organization, because they're covering a wider scope, so you find that they need more people. For example, a customer service representative. That when you have a small company, I mean, they're not servicing like too many clients, or they don't have so many stakeholders, so the customer service person there can just be 2 or 3. But in a big organization, multinational, they need at least like 50 people, do you get, or like 30 people. So there are more career opportunities in a multinational. And then you can now decide to like say, okay, I'm doing company, I want to apply for a payroll manager role tomorrow. I want to start working towards applying for a payroll manager tomorrow. Or if you're even promoted, you're transferred on rapid. There are rapid programs where you can go and second somebody there. Do you understand? So I mean, you even broadens your horizon also. Okay, so I was talking about broadening horizons. So now broadening experience gives you a lot of broadening experience, diversity. I've been able to learn time zones in multinationals. Like I know a lot of time zones in multinationals because my colleagues, you're having a meeting, you have to be able to consider the fact that these people close by 4. Their 4 o'clock is like our own 6 o'clock. Do you understand? That this is this person's public holiday. Like for example, I just recently found out that which country is that? Because it just skipped my head now. Just a popular country that I used to have meeting with. Their Children's Day is July 1st, or is it June 1st? I think tomorrow. Meanwhile, our own Children's Day is 27th, and I'm wondering why. All my life I've only thought that Children's Day is a general date. I never knew that there are different dates until now that I just found out now. And I most likely might not have even found out that if my colleague had not told me that, oh, she's taking her children out for Children's Day event, so she won't be able to meet up with the meeting. Do you understand? Like, so it broadens your experience, diversity. You're able to learn more about other people's culture. I've done several interviews with Singaporeans, with Germans, with Italians, and all of that. Do you get? You have to be able to. Before, when I watch an American movie or all these abroad movies, like I'm always finding it very hard to listen to them, but now I listen to them every day. Even sometimes when I'm talking to them, well, I'll be putting some accent. I'll be like, is this me that just spoke now? So those broadening experience, broadening the experience and helps you to learn more on the job. And you know what some laws, I know some UK laws, some Germany laws, all of that. And this is because of multinational experience. And I can read up on them, but now I don't have to read. Someone has told me, and some of these things I've got, and it has stuck to my head already just from somebody saying it. Another thing is best practice. You find a lot of multinationals actually doing best practice compared to this thing, because they don't want anything on their name. They're doing the right thing. They're paying their tax. they are paying their staffs well. You get like them, they are very keen about health and safety. They are very keen about rewards and compensations and all of that. This is because, I mean, they're very keen about their name and all of that, so they don't want any stain on their name, and they're very good with best practices. So more in multinationals, a lot of best practice taken or done there. Another thing is job security. More often than not, a lot of multinationals stay or stand the test of time. You see a lot of multinationals. Unilever is over 50, US is over 50, DHL is over 40 years in Nigeria. I'm talking about in Nigeria. In Nigeria, Coca-Cola is like over 120 years safe. I don't even know how long they've been in Nigeria. I know that they've gone for a long time in Nigeria. If FMN, now let's talk about Nigerian company itself, that are multinationals now, FMN, First Bank, do you get, like, they've been able to stand the test of time. They've been around for so long. So in most cases, except from when they do a lot of mistakes, which I'm also going to talk about in their accounts, but they're going to do a lot of mistakes of when there's a problem. For example, there used to be a DHL part that used to be in Nigeria for the rail station, the DHL supply chain. They used to be in Nigeria for a long time, but they left Nigeria because of the railway station in Nigeria. So you can see that is not actually their fault. That's because railway in Nigeria is terrible, so they have to leave. So I mean, most of the time, even when they are liquidated, when they are leaving, sometimes it's not their fault. It's not because of the issues they have in the country. So job security is very okay, and then you find that nobody can just fire you anyhow. Like, nobody can just wake up and say you're fired in a multinational. How now? In fact, let me just tell you one story. So there was one time like that, a boss was telling my friend that her name is written in pencil, and his boss now said, even you yourself, your name is written in pencil. Nobody's name is written in Bible or marker or permanent marker. Nobody's name is written in pencil. So like, there's no overall boss. Your boss has a boss. Do you get? I don't know how it's done in a lot of other multinationals, but I know the multinationals that I'm aware of, because I know, I'm like conversing with so many other people in other multinationals, and I know that there's one thing: nobody can come and harass you. Nobody can come and be doing one thing to you. If there is this thing in my company, there's whistleblower policy. You just go and report the person to the authorities that are far. You know, people outside self know how to get to your boss, talk more about that. More of you that you're inside. You know everybody's email address. You just message the person. So like, there's job security. Nobody can fire you for any reason. If the person is going to fire you based on personal beef, the person must have looked out for something that you've done wrong, that the person used to nail you. Not that they just think, oh, I don't like her face. Oh, I don't do this one. Yeah. There's job security. That you know for sure. And even if for any reason you're leaving, then they pay you off self, or when they tell you that, oh, they want to pay you off yourself, you want to be going, because they're paying you off with a lot of handsome packages. So I mean, that's another thing. They're good pay and benefits. Now, there's a misconception that everybody that is working in multinational is totally paid well. They pay you fair enough. Yes, I mean, it's really not bad. But it's not like as if they pay you well, quote and unquote. Like, you know how they just think that, oh, if you're working in multinational, money. If only you know. But really, the pay is actually not bad. Benefits are actually very good. Even if the pay is not okay, but the other benefits that you'll probably be spending money on has been taken care of. Do you understand? You'll probably be spending money on jumping bus and all of that. You're already giving a car, giving fueling allowance and all of that. So you find that some organizations, some multinationals will pay for your children's school fees. They'll pay for this and that. So if you're paying your children's school fees, what are your salary to do? They're giving you like 15 million per annum, and they're giving 15 million per annum, and they are taking care of your trainings. As you go for a training every year, you go for international training every year, they are paying for your education. If you go for certifications and all of that, you can actually get a refund. They're paying for your children's school fees, they're paying for your health and 4 other children and your spouse. They're paying, probably some other companies even say dependents, yourself and 5 dependents. So it doesn't have to be your child alone. If you're not married, it can be your parents or your siblings. They are doing, oh my god, I can't even remember some benefits on the top of my head, but there are a lot of benefits that you enjoy. So I mean, those are the benefits of working in multinational. Now the cons: lack of flexibility. You know, when I say you're the project owner in multinational, you cannot risk it. Don't think for us. Thank you. We have systems and structure. Follow the due process. Thanks. Don't come and think I'm going to make a mistake. Most multinationals, in some cases, will not allow you to be flexible. You have to follow the system and structure. You have to follow due process. You cannot bypass anything. God help you, you're working in a multinational like mine that is very, very keen about compliance. You cannot skip anything. You have to follow everything to the T. Dot all I's, cross all T's. That's a major problem. Trust me, it can be very frustrating when you're working there. Another thing is less creative thinking. Just like I said, flexibility, less creative thinking. You're handling projects, but there are systems and structure you have to follow. You're not thinking on your own. You can't think out of the box. Sometimes they tell you to think out of the box, but really, in the true sense of it, it's not really practiced. Cultural and personal conflict. Language barriers, a lot of time barriers, attitudinal differences. Like, just find some part behaving somewhere, you're wondering what's going on. For example, there was a training I was supposed to do, and we had a lot of people. It was all over the world and all of that. Nigerians now, you know what's now? Everybody just did their own assignments and everything, and we started chasing one girl like that in the UK. We started chasing one girl like that. Hey, we called her, we messaged her, sent Skype. This madam did not respond until when she was ready. Like, we couldn't force her until when she was ready, and then our progress was deterring every other person's progress. So we had to wait for her. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about the noise. I had to quickly film this in the office. So we had to wait for her to make sure that she finished before all of us will continue. Like, and that's like one of that different other things. You're working with people that are gay, bisexual, and all of that. So, and there's no discrimination against gender, against age, against religion, or against beliefs and all of that. So you have to work with the person. So there's no, I don't talk to Muslims, or I can't work with this gay or this person. You have to work with everybody, and you have to be able to carry them along in the team. That could be a good thing sometimes, because you have to be able to relate to people, but also sometimes it can also be very frustrating when you're working with somebody that's looking at your ass the whole time, or a lady that's looking at your breasts, or a lady that will be using their sweetheart and be touching your body. Be like, what is this, for God's sake? But then, that's another con about working in multinational. Another thing is, which is one of the most frustrating thing, hierarchy and bureaucracy. Like, there's no fast decision making. You want to approve something, 3 or 5 people have to sign. You want to do this one, you have to go through this process. Decision making, you want to make one decision, you have to start doing decision like 2 weeks. You have to negotiate, you have to start negotiation like 5 weeks before. Bureaucracy and hierarchy in multinational is 100%. Tell me, show me a multinational that does not have bureaucratic processes. Show me one. Like, it is multinational bureaucracy. It's the same. Like, sometimes you will tell you that you cannot even get approval from Nigeria. You have to get approval from South Africa. South Africa tell you have to get approval from Germany. Germany tell you have to get approval from. You want to recruit one person, approval goes to like 6 person. Bureaucracy can be very frustrating to your process, especially if you're a millennial or a Gen Z and you need everything to be fast. It can really be bad, and you cannot take on those projects yourself. You cannot just say you want to do this yourself. It can really be hard. It can really be difficult. And some other things again that I also think about is like all these transfers and all of that. They can just transfer you to the country. Now you will say, oh, this is good, I love it. When they are applying for a job, say relocation, 50 to 100% relocation chances. You say, I love it, I'll be traveling. When you start, see, I said the same. When you start, you're like, no, I don't want to go. You are praying, may I not be the one to be transferred? Because you just don't want to leave. You don't want to go to that country they're transferring you, or that state they're transferring you to, or it's tough for you. You're leaving your family and all of that, so it's quite tough. Also, relocations and all of that. Those are also some cons, although they are well paid for those relocations and all of that. But then you also, if you are very clear about family and togetherness and all of that, it's going to be a major problem for you. Also, just as the way you are in this competition, there's a lot of competition in multinational, because people are plenty. Everybody wants to be on the top. People are kissing. People are just doing a lot of things in multinational. But you see, in a small business, you find out that you are the king. Everybody knows that in this person with Excel like this is the baba of Excel. But in multinational, everybody is as good as you are. So you need to put in extra effort. Like top-notch effort to make sure that you are outstanding, to make sure that you are also seen, to make sure that you are also known. So it's always tougher. The competitions are everywhere. People that you're just working with normally, within a team, find out people are competing with each other. And you're wondering, kill and not be just to get salary, happy, and promotion. You're doing promotion, just one role. They say this internal role, everybody's applying for it. I know that all of you have the same qualification. It's tougher, so you need to put in extra effort to make sure that you are seen, to make sure that you are known, to make sure that you are seen as the king or an authority in your field. I mean, it's not always so easy. You feel like, I mean, some people that are working in startups now, you'll be saying that, so what are these ones? So this one you're saying is it don't worry, I can scale through. But when you start working there, you find that it's not as easy as I'm saying now. Sometimes it makes you frustrated. You find a lot of times you're going to cry. Say, God, this is not what I budgeted for. I mean, I know somebody that once said that she was working in a big company, she was driving car, all of that, and then she would see other people in small companies and she'd be like, man, I wish I'm working in this kind of organization because the pressure is plenty. So I mean, to each his own. However, now I said I'm not going to tell you that, oh, work in this, work in that, but I think that as a young rabbit, if you ask me, but if you're not asking me, it's fine, you can just end the video. But if you ask me, I'll think that it's very important, or it's good if you start in a small company. Yes, because if you start in a multinational, I'm so grateful that I had a lot of experience. I had like a few years or a few years experience in the startup already, so it made me to have like another idea of some things. But if I had started in a multinational, I would have not been grounded as much as I am. And I find that if I was still working in a multinational, I would still be better than how I am now. Yes, I have a lot of experience now. I mean, I've seen a lot of things and I'm reading on my own, but I'm not able to undo some projects. I'm not able to do something. Sometimes I go into to sit with the payroll manager to say, I want to learn what you're doing, just because I want to also improve myself. But if I sit personally to wait about what my company is giving me, I'm not gonna learn anything. Sometimes there are projects that are not even involved me. I say, oh, I want to be involved in this project because I want to learn something in my own department, because the work in my own table is enough for me to ignore every other thing in other departments or in other sections of my own department. Do you understand? But if you're working in a small company, you've learned all these things. When you come in safe, you'll be able to be seen more, because they can now see that you have an idea of little things, and it helps you to like be better. That's why you see that a lot of times people actually look out for consulting, people that work in consulting firms more, because they have an understanding of different little everywhere, and it can help them to like handle bigger projects when they come into the multinationals. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that both multinational and startup are good. yes. See, you don't have to be worried that, oh, I'm working in a small company, I want to go to multinational. I said there are some very small companies that are doing very well, excellently well. And all you need to just do is put in more efforts. If you want to work in multinational, keep applying, never give up, because everybody also wants to work in multinational. As a human resource practitioner and that has conducted a lot of major recruitment, I can tell you on a reg that I get CVs every day. And those CVs are not things I can mention on my mouth. You will put out just one job, there's just one person that's going to win the job. Over 4,000 applications are sent in. How do I even start? So I mean, sometimes it might just be because you didn't use the keyword. You are very qualified for a position, but how do we know you are qualified when your CV has not even gotten through to us? Because your CV is hanging somewhere and ATS has helped you to screen down your CV. So Laura, come watch my videos on how to prepare CVs, cover letters, how to ace interviews and all of that, so that while you apply, you're also seen as a good candidate, and then you're able to make it to the interview room. When you make it to the interview room, you can bust our brains, and then you work in multinationals. Keep applying, take on internship positions, take on graduate trainee. That's one of the easiest ways to enter multinationals. I tell you, that was how I entered the multinational. Graduate trainee, all these internships, volunteership, and all of that. And that way you can be able to scale through into a multinational if you want to. And if you think that your startup is fine, keep working in startups. Just make sure that you keep changing your experience. You're not in one place. Even if you're in a multinational, don't come and say pussy. I'm sorry for non-Yorubas. I just mean that don't say that you've gotten to where you're going to stay. This is going to be the end. No, try to make sure that you opt out for something better over and over again, so that you can get to the peak of your career early and fast. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. Oh god, this is so long. Maybe I'll also cut this video into two. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And to the end, until the next time I see you, remain blessed. I love you. Bye.